Yes, hello. Today, look, we're going to be discussing Zenkai Awakening, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta. Let's cue the intro.
In a world where carrying DBL is not the only thing to break Toshi's back, lives one potato whose mastery over cringe enables likes and dislikes all over the interweb. His name, Sir Potato Potato. Welcome to the Potato School.
So let's just get into it. So let's display maximum stats. Let's display everything so we can see it. So nothing has really changed for this unit other than obviously a stat increase if, you know, because Zenkai's, so bigger defense, bigger offense, you know, the works, nothing too crazy. Yeah, pretty good. Same, you know, main ability, same Z ability, nothing has changed. Now, he's got obviously the Zenkai ability, so now if you want to use Goku Black, you know, I mean, you get Green Goku Black or even or Zamasu Goku Black assist, you can buff him. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. It's really good. Although I don't really think you're going to use them as much just because this guy is showing up. And we all know what we want to do with this guy. Lock in those Super Gogetas with his ult and kill him. You know? Anyways. So nothing has changed with the I am Vegeta Prince of Saiyans, at least not that I can see. And then same thing with the Fury of the Warrior race. Nothing has really changed, not much that I can see. The only thing that is nice about all this is that because he has increased stats, now his 40% reduction of damage is better, obviously. The higher stats, the better your percentages will get. That's just kind of how this goes. So it's nice to see that. Yeah. All right, anyways, let's talk about hatred toward an imposter and strength engraved in every cell. So we're going to discuss the third unique ability first. So this is what it does. Applies the following effects to enemy when this character lands a strike or blast arts hit. Reduces ki by 15. Inflicts attribute downgrade minus 75% to ki recovery for 3 timer counts. So, at first glance, doesn't look very impressive. Looks kind of basic and just honestly not that good. But I think that this is more situation dependent than anything else. When I think of this, I think of Vados and her green card. If you're able to stack that, how much damage you can actually do to your opponent, and how much you can actually stall them or create issues where they can't really start combos against you, and as a result, if you have no Vanish Gauge, you can come back. This is kind of the same thing to me. Because this is stackable. Although, obviously, within only 3 timer counts, but stackable. So, let's say you were to string four hits onto your opponent. That's 60 ki removed, and after 2 hits, there is 0 ki recovery while you're getting hit. So when you look at it from that perspective, when you only have like a card or 2 at neutral to, you know, attack, is it really worth attacking immediately, or are you going to be trying to, you know, get your ki back before you start a combo, before you try to break neutrality with your opponent? Meaning, if you have no Vanish Gauge with this Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta, and you've just done this, essentially, you potentially could get most, if not all, of your Vanish Gauge back. To me, that sounds pretty good. Now, of course, that's under the assumption that that's the case. Of course, if you're only able to hit, like, 1 hit, or 2, chances are, I don't think this is going to be detrimentally damaging to the opponent. I think that, at that point, that only matters if your opponent had no ki to begin with. In which case, yes, this is going to be very damaging, because if the hit ends, even after 2, and they have no ki, then they still have no ki at the end of this entire debacle, which means that they still need to eventually wait the 3 timer counts, whatever's left of that, and then charge up their ki. Or at least they have to wait 3 timer counts for the first part of it to end, so they can start charging up ki very slowly, because 75% decrease in their ki recovery is painful. Okay, so there you go. To me, this is not bad, actually. This is actually pretty good. I think that it's situational, for sure, and it's not 100% the most reliable passive, but it is a passive that I think a lot of people are going to underestimate, because it doesn't do the thing called damage, or color change nullification, or kill endurance units, or kill revival units, like something flashy. I think sometimes you don't need to give a good unit flashy things. You just need to give a unit something that it might need. That's it. And this could be that thing. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Strength engraved in every cell. Let's discuss what this does. Now, this is what people want to see. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. 35% to strike damage inflicted cannot be canceled, and then reduces damage received by 20% cannot be canceled, plus -3 to strike arts cost for 30 timer counts upon battle start. So he has got good card quality for his strike immediately upon the first 30 timer counts of battle, so clearly he's supposed to be brought in very early, which makes sense. He's that type of unit. He's supposed to really bum rush the opponent, kind of. Obviously to, a smart degree, but still, like, that's literally what he's built for. The 35% to strike damage, I guess that's fair considering, he is, like, if you were to give it to full damage, I can only wonder what that would mean when you pair it up with this and you get card draw speed 2, and then again they only give it to strike damage again. Like, this guy is already built, like, he's getting 15 card cost, a 15 card cost for existing for the first 30 timer counts. And then on top of that, -3 to own arts cost for 5 timer counts each time he basically uses a strike or blast card. So this guy virtually, if he has his card draw speed, he just goes crazy and doesn't stop. And then if you were to, obviously activate your ult, your opponent can't do anything about it. There is literally nothing they can do. The only thing is this guy cannot nullify endurance, so obviously if your opponent has endurance, you're not killing them. But whatever. I don't think that's the worst thing in the world, considering how this character is built and what you're supposed to be using him for. Plus, if you're playing God Key, you have access to Beerus, so you can nullify endurance units. You can also nullify revival units. And then if you are playing God Key, you're still also using Legends Limited Goku Vegeta, so as a result, you can nullify endurance units. Again, also you can nullify cover change with Vegeta's ability, his green card. So you have access to things. And then if you're playing Future, once again, you're running 2 endurance units and this unit, or alternatively, you're Zenkai buffing Zamasu Goku Black Assist. I mean, whatever floats your boat. And then you could also play this in Vegeta family. Finally, you guys have a green melee, did I say green twice? I did. Vegeta unit. So boom, you have a fantastic unit, probably one of your best, if not your best unit in the entire team. And that's a good thing, actually, because it was originally your weak link. So the very fact of the matter is, guys, if you are playing Vegeta Clan, you're eating well today. And if you're playing God Key, you're eating well today. And if you're playing Future, you're again eating well today. You can just slap him in the leader slot, or alternatively, you could, not. But I would, because a lot of Future, like a lot of the good Future units at this point are Vegeta or Sun family, which means that you don't need to put your Goku Vegeta in the leader slot in order to use him effectively, especially in a Trunks / Gohan setup. Because don't forget, I mean, if you have your unit at 6 stars, he is buffing Sun family and Vegeta Clan for sure. Or maybe he was already doing that before, in which case it was like the extra buff. But you don't need that extra buff, honestly. So if anything, I would put this guy in there first, like in the leader slot, and that would be that. And boom, you have yourself a monster of unit. It's not like you have to bring in your leader slot anyways. Not always. So Future has that option. Like, you actually can ignore your leader slot. So there you go. That's Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta. I think, honestly, if I were to make a green list today, he would probably be in my top 5 already, but I'm not going to place him in my top 5 because I still want to see how he fares in the meta. I personally think that he's going to be really good. Historically speaking, every Legends Limited unit that got a Zenkai has been good. Maybe not like the most top tier, but has been good. And I don't see why this should be any different in this situation, especially with the kit that this guy had. He didn't need much to get going, and I'm hoping that this unit proves me right. So with that being said, guys, that's the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't hesitate to tickle the like button if you haven't already subscribed, and click at the bell for notificaciones so you never miss another of my videos. Have yourselves a salty day, and I'll see you in the next video.
Toshi, give me CC.